All right, so these are what we're going after. Let's see if the camera will focus on it. There it is. So this is the Pacific blue mussel.
Yummy! The bountiful goodness from the earth.
Yeah, let's go steam these up. Excited about this?
I'm so excited.
How's it
going, everyone?
So we're getting ready to go to the beach. It's low tide right now.
Yep.
And we're gonna go walk around and see what we can find. Tide's coming up right now, but I think we should be pretty good. Might as well just throw out our anchor.
We love our little mantis anchor.
All right, so these are what we're going after. Let's see if the camera will focus on it. There it is. So this is the Pacific blue mussel. If you've ever walked the beaches down here in the Pacific Northwest, up to Alaska, all the way down to California, and even on the East Coast too, you're gonna find these things scattered everywhere. This is kind of what it looks like. This is what we're going after. It is covered in barnacles, and it's got this little bit of seagrass hair coming out of it. Most of the time I prefer to actually just clean them right on the beach as it is. So this is one that's pretty much cleaned up. Doesn't have any of the little hairs coming out of it, and I took off that barnacle. I like to just go through with a knife and just pretty much pick off all the barnacles and try to make them as clean as possible, because we're gonna be cooking these up, steaming them up later, and they're gonna be so good. I'm excited.
Spoiled.
So we just walk along the low tide line here, kind of where the seawater meets the beach. You just kind of see all these mussels growing. They're attached to seaweed and rock and everything else. But I like to just come down. I try to find the ones that are closest to the water or haven't been exposed to air for very long. And to be honest, I don't want to have to clean them as when I get back to the boat. So I try to do as much cleaning as possible here on the beach. When you find the mussels, here's a good example. They like to cling to rocks, and they use a bunch of seaweed to kind of hold themselves to the rock. What you want to do is you just want to clean that up, and because that's what will make the mussel itself pretty gritty. So you want to kind of clean that up, and then with all these barnacles that are on it, I like to take just a simple little knife and just kind of clean them off. It just makes them look a little nicer.
He is basically killing the mussel.
The barnacles?
The barnacle, sorry. Yeah. He's basically killing the barnacle, and then just helps it detach from the mussel.
So I just like to clean them off as much as possible. You don't really have to take these off. It's honestly more for looks. But I like to just kind of try to clean them up as nice as possible when I steam them, because I do like to use the broth for cooking. So I like to try to keep the broth as clean as possible. So there it is. I put in the bag, and then we just do a couple more rinses afterwards. There we go. So you don't want to just go to any beach and collect mussels and steam them up and eat them. The nice thing about Washington is you can go to Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife website and you can look at where they have the regulations for fishing, clamming, crabbing, and there's a website that'll actually show you which beaches are open, which beaches are closed for shellfish harvesting. There's certain illnesses that you can get from eating shellfish that have been exposed to natural toxins such as paralytic shellfish poisoning or even diuretic shellfish poisoning. So make sure to check the website. This beach that we're at right now is really well known for the shellfish that it produces. And so we've been eating an abundance of these delicious blue mussels.
They are very delicious.
Yeah, we feel really spoiled to be able to come out here, harvest a bunch of these mussels, and then take them back to steam them up. So we're going to show you guys how we come out here to harvest these blue mussels, how we clean them up, and then how we like to eat them. This beach also has manila clams and oysters as well. So right now we're just kind of going for the mussels. They're the easiest ones to find. They're everywhere around here and they taste great. So our goal is just to go after the mussels, but if we find some manila clams and maybe an oyster or two, we might take those as well.
I grew up eating beef and I used to not like seafood at all because I think by the time the seafood got to where I grew up, it wasn't very good. But once we moved to Alaska and Rob convinced me to try some crab and all this other stuff, I was like, what have I been missing out on my entire life? So this is exciting for me too. It's all fun and it's all new. It's great to know the regulations though and know what you can and can't eat because that's what freaks me out the most.
So I grew up eating shellfish my entire life, and I've been eating clams since the age of 2, or probably even younger, to be honest. Clams, shellfish, seafood, fish, you name it. And I love it. I love being next to the ocean, coming out here, being able to harvest our own food, and the bounty that our ocean is able to provide for us is amazing. There you go. Now I gotta keep my eyes out for manila clams.
Right here. Oh, there's crabs in it. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Those are manila clams. You'll find them face down.
Yep, the crabs are
Let's see if I
not
can
excited about me doing that. Yummy! The bountiful goodness from the earth.
Yeah, check out what we got. This is good.
Amazing.
Ah, I'm excited. Let's go steam these
excited.
up. Funny looking. Back to the boat.
I'm in the knot, Rob.
I know.
To get our shellfish all steamed up, we're going to use 1 to 2 cups of salt water and about a cup of white wine and then some garlic. And we use this container for stews and everything. It's basically our big dish cooking container. So I'm going to go ahead and add the salt water. And then the white wine, and then the garlic, and you have a chunky, delicious mess. So now I just got the stove going a little earlier. I put some wood in, so we're gonna put this on top of Kimberly here. And she's gonna get it all cooked up and we're gonna get the water steaming and then throw the mussels in there for about 15 minutes.
fresh looking mussels.
Spoiled.
Oh yeah.
You shouldn't say where we got these.
Alright. Fresh mussels.
Where do we get them from?
The beach.
The beach. It's all about the adventure.
Alright, let's eat some food.
Oh.
Excited about this?
I'm so excited. And to think that I grew up not liking seafood. And here I am. I bet my parents are laughing.